Hi, I'm Suzannah Mirghani, a filmmaker from Sudan. My film Cotton Queen is screening in French cinemas starting Wednesday, August 5th, and you can find my full interview on Arabian Cultures.
Thank you for having us. Cotton Queen tells the story of Sudanese women and also cotton, which reflects the history of Sudan and also the history of British colonialism and politics of extractivism lasting until now. How did you manage to tell so many stories in one movie?
Yeah, this film has a lot of threads, I like to say, because it comes from the environment, it comes from cotton. So cotton is the central character, but there is many threads coming out of this one crop, including talking about women. So talking about women of Sudan who are the harvesters. So in Sudan, they still pick cotton by hand, and it is mostly women that pick the cotton, women and girls that pick the cotton. So they are the first people to ever touch the crop. So there's a very close relationship between the crop and the women, and they use it for their bodily needs, they use it for their periods. They are the ones who weave it into thread, and they make their own clothes. They make the clothes for the men. So there's a little ecosystem of relationship between cotton and women. Of course, when it becomes an industry, that intimate relationship is broken, and it is extracted. So one of the reasons why the British colonized Sudan in the first place is because it was a resource-rich country. So they turned a very intimate production of cotton into a nationwide and in fact worldwide industry by extracting Sudanese cotton and taking it back to the United Kingdom for weaving. And that's where the title Cotton Queen comes from, actually. It was a beauty competition that was started in the UK in the 1930s, choosing the prettiest girl working in the cotton mills of England.
In the movie, we see many work songs and poetry as a space of verbal freedom. How did you collect those songs?
Yeah, so there's two types of creative writing in the film. One is the songs, which is called girls' songs. It's a whole genre of song called girls' songs, where it's mostly for working girls, where they sing very naughty, very outrageous lyrics that they would never be able, of course, to say in their real life. So they would say it in the company of other women, and they would make up lyrics as well. So no two songs are ever exactly the same. They would make up their own lyrics because they would tell about their own desires. So that's for the songs. But for the poetry, I wrote the poetry for the film, but for both the main character, Nafisa, as well as Babakar, her love interest. And it's kind of very naive, young poetry, mostly about love, but hidden in other meanings as well.
Right. In an interview, you spoke about romantic nostalgia for Sudan, where you're no longer sure what's real memory and what is childhood fantasy. What is your opinion about nostalgia? Do we have can we hold on to it, or do we need to let go or find a balance?
I think the diaspora of any nationality that is living abroad, they live on nostalgia. It's the energy that keeps us going. I left Sudan with my family when I was a teenager, roughly around the age of Nafisa. And for me, Sudan has been something that you hold on to in terms of memory and imagination. So it's not just what you remember, but it's also what you wish. So you dream of a better Sudan. And so it's always, nostalgia is always, of course, bittersweet because you're not there, but it's always a tug. It tugs your heartstrings. It's a very emotional connection to the land. So I don't think you can ever get rid of nostalgia. And so for people, diaspora filmmakers especially, this is, a lot of them see Sudan this way. They have a very emotional connection to Sudan that people in Sudan might not have.
You're the first Sudanese woman to write a direct fiction feature. How do you feel about it?
First of all, it's a surprise, but it's also a huge, huge responsibility. But I'm so happy to have worked with so many women on this project that it's not just the responsibility is not just on my shoulders. We are all working on this together. So many women were part of this project. Especially, of course, the Sudanese cast and crew that were working on this. So we all made this together, and I feel very proud, and I feel like we accomplished the mission.
You say you're still a girl who dreams. In your relationship to Sudan, does that complicate how you see the country today amid the genocide, the war?
Definitely. It's, as I said, my relationship to Sudan has always been one of imagination and nostalgia. So seeing what's going on now is extremely heartbreaking. But I don't think that I have the same kind of emotional weight that people in Sudan now are experiencing, and the ones who have been forcibly traveled or moved from the country or displaced from the country. So in a way, even though I like to say that we were forced to move as diaspora, I don't think it was the same level, same level of violence didn't force us out. So I think all of our worlds are broken right now, especially when it comes to Sudan.
And last question, could you give us film recommendations to discover more Sudanese cinema and movies that inspired you?
Yes. Sudanese cinema, I can give you a lot of recommendations because there's actually not that many films, and we don't even have an archive, so we don't know how many films there are, but we know that in terms of fiction feature films, there might be around 10. So of those, Goodbye Julia by Mohammed Kordofani is beautiful. That came out a few years ago. You'll Die at 20 by Amjad Abdul Ala, again another beautiful work of art. In terms of fiction, in terms of documentary, Khartoum is a documentary that came out that kind of straddles the line between documentary and fiction. It's very creative. And Heroic Bodies is another very, very feminist film by Sarah Suleiman. Khartoum Offside, another feminist film by Marwa Zain. So you see a very healthy representation of women directors as well, even within a short period.